グラウンドブレーカー。グラウンドブレーカーに行く。何、フィニアス研究所に強い武器があんのか。なら行こうか。
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself? Welcome back, Captain.
Mm-hmm. 同行する仲間を2人まで選んでください。いいの ?2 人も。これ全員で5人いんのか。
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it! Blast, that's loud.
なんだよ。
I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor.
ハロー。一応もらってからだな。シュリンクレイ。科学スキルか。
Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find a target, point, shoot. Your target down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating.
なるほど。
Them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a moment. Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed color. Potential side effect of the revival process. Right. Welcome to my little habitation, such as it is. I've got caffeinoids. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. My secret hideout is... not at all my intrepid accomplice. I should thank you for tolerating my somewhat brusque manner. I only regret that I couldn't save more of your fellow settlers, what with being hunted by the board, and emptying my supply of necessary chemicals.
コメントを見ようっていう気がなかったから。待って。
Of course. What's on your mind?
屋敷さんや。ちょっと待って。あざっすー。
Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. The unexpected is to be treasured. But from a
絶対理由俺だろ、こんなもん。
Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans. Absolutely. No, and I've been trying very hard to avoid making eye contact.
Ah, the wanted criminal himself. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Let's just enjoy our... Why don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed laboratory? It isn't a... Oh, fine. As long as you're vouching for their character and they aren't touching things. For what it's worth, I am pleased that you found a crew, such as they are. You're a talented scientist, after all. Our kind has always... That's odd. I'm at least 65% certain my tone was sufficiently sincere. Perhaps the... What?
バブルス。ほんほん。これ。気持ち悪い。何？ああ。28% でお前俺起こしたのか。特にないかな。さすがにハックするわけにはいかねえな。だよね、怒られちゃうよね。盗むになってないからまだ。溶けた豚をしますよ。封鎖中。絶対警戒してるよね、お前ね。冷凍睡眠ヘルメット。入った場合はね。あ、豚にやってるやつか。あ、違う、俺だわ、これ。じゃあな。とりあえずグランドブレーカーに行けばいいんでしょ。
Destination reached. The groundbreaker.
Can we talk?
なんだよ。
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer.
Oh.
A lady. I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships.
そうだな。
I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all, man. Thanks, Captain. Did you want to talk about?
ありません。君はそろそろ立ち去るべきだ。そうなんですよ。いろんな惑星の、まあ、オープンワールド、そうだね。オープンワールドな感じだね。
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to Groundbreaker, by the...
Captain, if I could trouble you for a moment of your time, while we're on the Groundbreaker, I may have an idea for how... I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bacon. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate... The only one I'm aware of. I suppose we could always just ask random passers-by if they are...
おい、船長、俺だ。偉そうなことを聞いていいのは俺だけだ。俺は名案だ。
I can't believe my desperation has led me to... you. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. There... Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my... I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and... Thank you, Captain.
しょうがねえな。
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I remembered.
That's not the point. This halfway just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time.
どうしたんだ一体。
I'm in the middle of a situation.
Don't go telling him where to step. Groundbreaker belongs to all of us.
Felix, first of all, no, it doesn't. And second, shut the hell up.
黙れ。
Don't think I won't detain you again. Hey, knock yourself out.
Whatever you heard, it's all true. I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, hey, not for nothing. But I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock.
せやで。
Yours, would it?
No, so much so.
Oh, just musing is all. Must be nice having the run of the colony. Never being anchored to one place, always chasing. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to...
どこへ急いでるのかい？
Oh, not at all. Just, see you around.
お前仲間になりゃとりあえず。
Stroll around the docking base?
なんねえのかい？とりあえず人で増やしときたいよね。何はともあれ。うっ
Customs and inspection, right this way.
せえな。センス悪すぎだろ。
Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin you. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board. Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium coat. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our... If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone... You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear it. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing... Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she... A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped... Is there any... Fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. On your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring... Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. You need anything else? You let me know. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the... Most of those jobs are going to take you off station. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk, but Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engine...
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet the real...
If you're thinking to make a career here, don't waste your time. Full-time jobs on Groundbreaker tend to be inherited, or go to a fellow crew member's kid. Keep it in the family. Are you pulling my leg? Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation. Then buy up the rights... Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and Wildcat mine. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing bays. Haven't seen... Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing. A few years before her... Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever... Glad to... They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and incur... Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to... They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lily... Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a... They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to... All right.
He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Not that he would, being a board man and all. Really likes his cereals, too. Maybe a little...
Don't see what's so wrong about liking cereals. They're fun.
Udam takes it too and... You know... They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top and Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we... You sure you didn't just step off one of the interstellar freighters? There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits, people, or resources. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure... Sounds like, yeah. But they got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or...
The board wouldn't do that.
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. Sure thing. Be see.
じゃあな。めっちゃ長かった。
Carry on.
あ、さっきのか。このクエストを達成するに立ち入り禁止に入る必要がある。見つかり次第処撃を受けますが、変装することで。
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the scholar shipped in and out with.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before.
はじめま
What
して。
can Groundbreaker Security... Chief Tennyson don't generally hire outsiders for station jobs, but you could try asking at Sublight South. Anything else I can... Chief Junlei Tennyson. She runs the ship. Her family's worked on it for, gosh, since it was built, I think.
What's she like?
Good as she can be, I guess. She could stand to lighten up, I suppose, but she... Sure is, but she makes it look easy. She's real competent, our chief. This is the security desk, sir. If you're here to report a crime, you'll want to talk to Commandant Sanita. I'm not authorized. I'm not so good at filing. Mix up first name and surname 1, 2, 7 times. Folks are liable to start taking your filing privilege. We can't just let anyone walk in here. I wouldn't be, well, that's not... we just... Maybe if you clear an open bounty and get in good with Commandant Sanita, or help Chief Tennyson fix this heat.
俺たち友達ではなり。初見ですが。
All right, I guess.
やっ
In and
た
out, just try not to do any...
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. Got a hot one for you. Captain Gunnar McRed. Just 26 hours old. The posting, that is. Allegations include several counts of flying under the influence. Kicked one right in the kneecap while he poked the other in the eyes. McRed's lucky we're too backlogged right now. But if our resources clear up and we catch him before some contractor does, I fully plan. Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays.
Back bay.
You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of
6人
time
もいるん
before
だ。
someone brings me I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Do I look like your gossipy best friend? Then get to business or get... We're the security force here on... The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from... Folks started calling us Mardet.
とりあえずセーブ C のツア
What
ー
can Groundbreaker secure?
ツアーの約束は
They're run by Miss Hagen. Half of... I ought to warn you straight off. Scuttlebutt says some of the... Let's say there's been times when I heard somebody needed a thing, and somebody else had such... Now let's say the one who had the thing suddenly found theirs missing, and the one who needed got one. If anyone asks, Sublight says it got salvaged from an old wreck. Case closed. If anybody could prove them criminals, the board would have put their foot down a long time past. They always got, something gets nicked or someone turns up dead, Sublight says, hey, independent contractor, not our responsibility. Against is a strong word. Let's say that if you need something the board ain't inclined to sell, you might pay Sublight a shitload of bits for it, but that money gets passed on to their contractors, so...
You must admit, there is a beauty to the order of it. Everything operates within the constraints.
People do what they gotta to get by. Gets a mite boring at this desk, you know. Then I get... Oops!
Oh, don't worry.
Can't speak for the captain, but I'm used to listening to folks drone on about their pointless...
Awful generous of you. Listen... That... Sure, and stuff from outside the system, too. Off the interstellar freighters. That... Maybe... Alright.
中に入るのはいいのね。
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again.
No.
No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You're hearing
Huh?
No,
Huh?
seriously. There was a lot of
なんでお前そこから出てくんの
But then this voice said his name was
は
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world.
入っていいんだよね。入っていいんだよね。入っていいんだよね。しまーす。
Hey.
インパクトハンマー。いや、お前最高責任者じゃないの
Huh?
んなにこれフープ。いらねえよ。なんだよ。いや、片っ端からさ、何開けてないよ僕。びっくりした。
Be right there.
お前ら向こう行ってろ。お前ら向こう行ってろ。
Coming. Be right there.
まだだと戻ってしまったじゃねえか。
Understood. On my way.
Coming back.
Sure.
お前そこにいろ。俺ちょっと盗んどくから。どうやってしゃがむんだ？乗るか。おー。なるほど。よしよしよし。盗み放題じゃん。盗み放題じゃん。フープの存在意義はわかんないけど、一応持っとくか。あっ！ポルターピストルってなんだ？同じか。 どうも。
Hey, I saw that.
やばいやばいやばい。今帰るとこだよ。
Understood. I'll keep my head down.
お前らなんだよ。お前らなんだよ。あっぶね、なんか下がった。まあ、盗んでるからね、事実上ね。マルデット。
Something the matter?
マルデット別に最高責任者ってわけじゃないのか。お疲れ様です。さっきのやつか、すまんな。
What can groundbreaker security?
お疲れ様でーす。潤った、潤った。
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch.
そういうこと？
Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed. The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave and threaten our hardworking citizens.
レスト&ゴーキーか。誰も見てないよね。お前は誰だい？お前は作業員か。赤いのって何？敵マークじゃないよね。バーで閉じる。これゴミ箱だからいいんだ。いえー。で、俺は今何を。なるほど。今武器欲しいマンってことだね。拾うはいいんだ。オルゴールはダメ。
There it is. Just yank the drive and I'll do the rest.
セーブストック。こっち来いって。
On my way.
でも大丈夫か。大丈夫か。
Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar before ended up. Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return. Yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if... I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but...
知覚が足らないか。どうしようもないな。とりあえず44メートル先に行きたいんだけど、これ開く？開く！うほー！
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
街。
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
We interrupt your regularly scheduled.
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been... Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left. Or... Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to its... Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grand... There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox, while Junlei... Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen, she freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight. Of course, most of our supplies come and go. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mat.
何あれ何あれスプラット。売るはできんの？売れるんだ。キングしなきゃ売れないと思ってた。待って、でも1円か。今気づいたら。ちょっと弱えのに92円もする。何を売ればいいのかよくわかんねえんだよな。サルツナのマグロってだって全部マグロってわけじゃないでしょ。変なもん入ってんでしょ。売るわ。Mush.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old
Pasa.
woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a...
あ、まず商品を見せて
I
くれ。
found a handsome ceramic mandapillar at a South...
何を売ってるんだい？この限定ストックを購入することはできません。なぜ？
It's almost time for... Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days.
1万ビットは持ってない。
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the...
俺は何も気にしない。詳しく聞かせてくれ。
Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. She sent me a recording of a distress signal. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it...
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent...
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a... You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwig. The more we got the corps fighting each other. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson. You'll find her fretting in engineering. What do you... That's right, dearie. The only independent station. Though for how long, I can't say. That... The board can't abide a community that won't... They've always got one scheme or another running, looking for ways to bring... But it won't work. No, sir. Go. Groundbreaker's radiators. But neither... Miss Junlei's supposed to be getting them fixed. The board can't abide... They've always got one scheme or another. But... Oh, a little of this. I also knit throw pillows stuffed with the hair of famous tossball.
What about non-famous players? I earned quite a reputation as a fifth back during my penitentiary.
You do have... But that's not... But... Ask the common folk, and they'll tell you it's on account of all the... Because that's what the board... I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest of the colony. Those board folk are real prideful-like. Never want you looking behind the curtain. But old Gladys knows the score. The whole colony's not... That's why we gotta keep them from getting their grubby mitts on Groundbreak. Probably. Every once in a while, we get these snippets of radio chatter. Edna shows them to me. Claims he's transmitting from Monarch. But who knows? Any...
Rah, 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 rah.運搬数上げとくか。 よし。拾うなんだ。拾うなんだ。拾うならいいや。ありったけを。じゃあ、関係ないか。向こう側にはどうやって行くんだい？トイレか。トイレ&シャワー。人んちのレジを勝手に見るなって話なんだけど。まず話すか。
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Oh, and it's not the best choice. It's a lot of slogans to keep track. Have a look.
ライ小麦収穫ブレード。
I'm not going anywhere, you hear?
どうしたんだ？
Get me out of there.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene?
See, Furu? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jeff.
Let me get one thing straight. Jesse and I are not... As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. You say that like it's weird. Like I said, Jesse did... I just don't like to leave a debt Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll...
Something I can... If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient. Not without dispensation from Chief June. We don't have the ability to manufacture. Regrettably, we are dependent on the board for such mundane items as bandages and antibiotics. We'd nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos, but they demanded we only use their branded drugs, and that's simply not take.
入れはするんだ。 後が入れないの。拾う。これは盗みになっちゃうの。なんで ID カードは取っていいんだよ。これ怒られるのかな。間違えた。ダメなんかい。あっぶねえ。英語読めない人に対してさ、俺の見た目がどうなってるのか知らないけど、お前らは見た目は変わると。
You're sure this is perfectly safe? I'd rather not die early of an infectious disease myself.
待って、時間制限あるじゃん。これだ。
For the last ratted on rotten time. Leave me. You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation. What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly.
俺が蹴破る前にドアを開けてくれ。
Should have known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. All right, okay. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my.
すまんな。これもらっていい？ダメか。
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. Udon Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even... What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a lot... Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high... 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years. If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond. And it crumbled to start. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent. Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
いや、とりあえず早く帰ろうか。お前らさ、棒立ちでついてくんなよ。
Keep up the good work.
やべ。待って、エネルギー切れる。あっぶねー。お疲れ様でーす。
Any word on Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering.
まだこのクエストから合わせるか。
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Oh, real scary. You're really gonna arrest us on our station?
Yeah, this is Chief Junlei's ship. You don't own shit here.
Step back. I'm required by board bylaws to use excessive force.
The Mardettes would space you for trying, you waste of O2 scrub.
目の前で撃ち殺されたら面白いな。
Yeah, O2
サンソンの無駄女。
Just get out of here before I tell your captain what you've been getting up to on the clock.
あ、殺す気はないのね。
Whatever. We got a date at the Lost Hope anyway.
Is this really what you want to be doing with your life, Marcy? Guarding stairs for that walking mustache udon fucking Bedford? I gotta get off this detail.
大丈夫
Got
か
my sights on you.
前のことは見ているぞ。なんだよ。
Ah, the board. Organized, efficient, competent. Well,
お
most.
疲れ様です。
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy... Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devil... Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments. He was my dearest friend. My only friend.
まあどんな人か俺は
You
知らん
have
け
his
ど。
ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy.
もちろん置いてたよ。
That's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me.
生きたまま食われたよって言っていいのか、これは。あ、でも正直言ったら俺が殺したってことになりかねないからな。
No! How dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear, you know. Devoured. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big. There. I've removed the flag from the ship.
ありがとう。
I'm terribly
すんな
sorry for the
り。
inconvenience. Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? You haven't read the posters. He's a terrorist, a thief, a mad...
フィニアス・ベルツって誰？あの科学者？
That's... Well... Oh, I'm sorry. It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal. Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's fine, really. It's perfectly fine. Now, if you... Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organ. That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but...
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate? You might be surprised. But we'll proceed on the assumption she'll be I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment.
評議会からの評価がある
Is
の
there
か。
anything else you need, or can I return to my
まあ、
work?
下がりよりかはいいか。
A luxury stateroom reserved for Chairman Rock. Oh, good law, of course not. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the ground. I have...
Good lord. No. Law, but it's...
Chief Tennyson is supposedly deplorable conduct. Oh, you've noticed my friend? They're here to... Precisely. Groundbreaker makes much ado about it. When the alternative is board guards at their gates...
Yeah, 3人もいた。とりあえず、あいつに働けっていうのね。
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than being even. The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent... If you're looking for a medic...
Ho ho!
If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty... But we can say I'm repaying the favor. You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorite. Traveling in style, are we?
Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie. We're real happy to have you.
みんなで言っても3人しかいないけど。バーバーバーバーバー。もうさ、そんな俺を見るそんな俺を見なくても。とりあえず、インスピレーションって近く？まあいいや。違う。武器ウォークか。怖っ。モナークか、違うな。エンジニア。やること多いな。
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sublevel.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't seem... Good for you. Hope you scared some sense into those bureaucrats. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family.
もちろんさ。
Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer... Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get... We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name.
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual...
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if...
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask...
Right. In person. Shh. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh!
Not a problem, Captain. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a... None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be... The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online... Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all... According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the... Hold on. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No. Nice and pragmatic. Good.
いいね。
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regular...
何戻ったらそういうのがどうなってるのか聞いてみようで、今はこれか。悪党がいんのか。マクレット船長って。殺していいやつじゃん。
Love approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley. Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Time to feed the flame.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like?
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mod.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got... Woo! Look at the courage on this.
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in and out in a jiff. You won't...
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We were just sitting in a circle, sucking down exhaust fumes and toasting. You don't just ask a king for a favor when...
なるほど。
Under its skin, this ship is all poison and darkness.
簡単に直せんじゃんこいつ。
Lead bones, asbestos must. You've got the run of the kingdom. Up those stairs, you'll find the pot.
ありがとう。
Lay it on me.
俺は信用できるぜ。
Ship got impounded. The crew and I racked up a debt while we were grounded. And my baby... That's bureaucracy for you. Am I your dark reflection? Shit, must be getting old. You can come and go in my little kingdom.
ありがとう。危ねえ。危ねえ。平和的解決ができたな。こんにちは。アウトロー。医療ドローン。いやー、セーフセーフ。
You get that automech patch? Fred wants it up and running.
I'm trying to think of a good name before I wake it up.
Don't give it a name. What are you thinking?
ボロロボット。すげえ強そうだけど。
Can you imagine being frozen for 10 years, sailing through space in a room such as this?
とりあえず、ラジエーターを。上ってことははしごか。あ、違う。
Wake up. There's no such thing as pizza. It's all open-faced pasta.
You're getting into the boss's special stash.
やばい、盗む扱いなんだ。これは取っていってもいい。
Fantastic, we've got them. Now we can move on to cleaner pastures.
Boss says you're all right. Giving you a taste of the good stuff. I've been training for days.
とりあえず殺す必要ねえからな。あ、でもあれか。殺しとかないと、あれだよね。仲良くなれないんだよね。止まんな。あ、ごめん、パルバジやった。戦争じゃ。待って、灰にしてはダメ。あ、いいのか。あれお前らもしかして、もう大丈夫？あ、許された。許された。やったー。あんだけ目の前でボスを殺したのに。許された。で、俺は今何を拾った？マグネットのライト。なるほど。オッケーオッケー。うふぅ。オッケーオッケー。 何？あ、向こうか。よかった。エレベーターかと思った。
How goes the hunt? I've been ruminating. Nothing excessive, mind you, but... I believe I'm growing fond of you, bounty hunter. If you got the Mardet's backs, here's the bounty payout. Nice work down there. With any luck, we can hire... With that bastard McRed dead...
なんでお前入り込んでんだよ。おかしいだろよ。おかしいおかしい。ブレーカー、あ、グラウンドブレーカーは賛同的。いいね。持ってきたよ。
Gracious. Take that darling ship of yours down to Roseway.
間違えた。何？あ、1万円、なるほどね。1万円払えばいいってこと？巡礼。あっそう。持ってきたよ。
You've returned, and it... Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineer. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight
マンティーピラーって何？
More than a few. Less than a hive. We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs and...
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't gotta...
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that.
なんかいいな。ああ、もう熱気がすごいんじゃ。持ってっちゃダメなの？盗む扱い。待って、マックス、お前、防具。ショットガン、アサルトライフル持ってけよ。頭の防具はこれと、それの防御は10。最強ですね。もう味方はヘルメット被ったらやべえやつしかいない。
The controls are in the back of the machinery shaft area. Keep clear of the... You don't need to protest pillars, but I'd be mighty grateful if you did.
邪魔で車線入るな、お前は。なんだよ、マンティーピラーってよ。なんか燃えてる？燃えてる？燃えてる？え、何？
waking up. By the law, we are unstoppable.
これは疲労扱いなんだ。熱っ。
Song tells me the security mechanicals booted up and killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news. These diagnostic sensor circuit boards are from the heat, so they're not.
次の殺害対象はあなたを選ぶ。適当に選ぶか。やり過ごせるなら、やり過ごす。壊せる自信があるんだったら、壊す。
System alert.
無理だわ。
Process.
1000ポイント。何体いんの？何やってんの？バックスボクシー。待って。欠点のチュートリアル。何欠点のチュートリアルって。なるほど。何度も躍動とため、プラズマダメージの影響を受けやすかった。え？やだよ。いらないよ。特殊技能をもらえるとしても、なんで拒否できるってどういうことだよ。うん。なんか同時にやるって言ってなかった？ねえ。別にいいんだけどさ。終わり？ 特性。ダッシュ速度 25% はいいなぁ。いえ。いいね、足が速いのはいいことだ。治ったかい？
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate out. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds.
やった。
Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of... Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family...
Oh, gosh. I don't know.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just some... We're always thirsting for help. If you could... Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. I was promoted only recently, when my mom died.
They must have been amazing people.
That means a lot coming from a fellow... It was different knowing that I couldn't turn to anyone who could answer them. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is family.
自爆装置はどこにあるんだ？どういう質問だよ。そういえばなんか言われてたな。
CNP Borsted baked beans. When you need to eat one, Borsted baked beans is the only one.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it, if you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get... I'd be grateful if you'd spare the... Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla. An asteroid in... You look out though.
Oh, neat! They got stuff in here I ain't seen in ages.
Now this should prove interesting, at least.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business. You the one flying the unreliable... Money. We got it. The Steve Doors want it. I'll take that as a yes. Miss Lily is... Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple... These days, I stick to HQ.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the... Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. A little advice. Before... It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize... I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a...
There is always a catch.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's... I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the... If there's anything else... These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Gives me the time to expand. Our field is persuasive acquisitions. At least that's how my legal advisor... Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Thank you. I work hard. Very. I have this thing about number. I like to think of myself as the last honest businesswoman. Be seeing.
何をしろと？ああ、それはあれか。
Yeah. What's up? Nothing too out of the ordinary. I grew up in a pit of a town. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the... My parents, ironically. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a... I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. The simple version is this. The force which we call the Grand Architect created... Everything flows from the equation, or in layman's terms. The answers to these questions don't really matter. The equation, the plan... The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of... Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. It's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far. I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. What about you? And how did he... Well, you do seem different than every other... That seems a dangerous proposition. Oh. Yes, I've been meaning to discuss exactly that. Now that we know where...
C&P Borsworth. It's not the worst unless it's worse. This is Halcyon.
何？
We interrupt your regular schedule. The following story.
If you're here for this week's magazine club, I've got a lovely little...
何？ちょっと待って。何を買えって言われてんの？なるほど、ナビキをね。
Want a charming cop?
なんか変なの買った。絶対いらないもん買ったら俺。絶対なんか高いもん買ったろ俺。やだー。俺持ってない？息を追ってくれるかもしれない。
It's almost... If you're... I've got a lovely little...
俺もう買ったんじゃねえかな。でも持ってないことになってんからな。一回寝るか。そういうわけではない。
Still getting a... Didn't quite catch... Glassy? Huh.
?売ってくれないぞ。先にでも終わらせなきゃダメってことか。先にあれか。仲間のクエストやってやるか。ちなみにどこ行けって言ってた？マーク。
Have either of the assault cruisers ever?
俺の防御力2じゃん。よし。
Hey, you got a second?
お前。
Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine. Yes, I... 、
Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking.
うん、売ってくれないぞ。先にでも終わらせなきゃダメってことか。
Hey, you got a second? Oh, my. Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine. Yes, I...
ちょっと待って。 面接と行こう。
Sure, an interview. That sounds fair. It's mock apple pie and a tripicale Are you kidding? I love a good fight. One time, I took an autoloader's head clean off its servo. You can count on me in a scrap box. Foreman told me my biggest problem was that I didn't take orders. I told him my problem is not with authority, it's with Jack. So yeah, I guess my biggest flaw is that I don't suffer idiots.
完璧だ。お前らと。
Wow. You don't know how long I've... Thanks, boss.
船で会おう。
I'll just gather my personals and meet you on board.
Really? We're picking up strays?
Look at that. A real vicar. I'm sure.
喧嘩すんな。
Please, would you kindly inform the crew that long chats with Ada are not required every time the cap... Welcome back, Captain. How can... Yes, Captain.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. What?
Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of... Forgive me, Captain. I would rather... Was there an... No, I am sure I cannot feel emotions. It was my fault I should have predicted the statistical unlikeliness of success of my captain's actions. In fact, I did, but illogically disregarded them. He asked me to trust him. Captain Hawthorne attached 98.4% of the ship's processes to my computer. I have been programmed to deftly calculate navigation vectors through asteroid. Alex also taught me the concept of a personality. He was quite delighted when I crafted one in order to better... The information in my memory banks says I am an autonomous digital astrogator, created by, redacted, on the date of... I have not yet decided if I should attempt to uncover... I asked once. Alex did not build me, and would not say who did.
モナークって最初の場所か？警告危険。セーブしてから行こうか。今自動セーブ入ったけど。いや、でも危険って書いてあるから無理だな。モナークの変装選択？何好きなの変装。
Message from Dr. Wells. He'd like to congratulate you on finding out.
Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for
Yes, Captain. We've arrived at the groundbreaker.
ダメなんだね。モナークは危険なんだね、まだ。
Captain? So, Junlei and I she sent me a poem. I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems are all symbolic and such, right? It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real romantic. I don't know where it's leading yet. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastways, not like other. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they when folks start implying you're a little different from an automechanical, you start to wonder. I guess I just needed to talk. I'm feeling a touch better. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open. Let's see here. Talking about old friends. They were close, Captain. Like, more. I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the groundbreaker? Get some drink? Drinking never solved nothing, Captain. I ain't been able to sleep for 3 nights now. I just want to unwind. I'm full serious. Next time we're on the groundbreaker, I aim to get a drink. Yes, I was looking for a place that... That's in pretty good shape, considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space, but didn't change the stock engines.
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Your user preferences have been updated, Captain. In the event we are about to crash in...
Hello! I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me...
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile.
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch. Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Except for my schooling years, I was always beside him. Or tied to him. He used to carry me. When I got older, he set me to sorting tools and parts while he worked. Later, he taught me simple fixing. Not on the regular. Once in a great long while, a Saltuna boat would break down on the pad. He'd always bring me along. Mostly, he did the same as me. Kept Bess, I mean, the cannery, running. Turned loaders. I'm not exactly a model employee. Not like he wanted. The kind that's... It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your school. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy. Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow, and Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower. And stiffer. About a year. I tried to do more of the work, so he could rest. His heart. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help... Oh gosh. Look at the time. Sorry.
ええんやで。 りあえずメインに設定しといて、今日、終わりかな。テラ2に行けだからいちいちやる必要ないんだ。まあいいか。お疲れ様です。